Hey viewers, good morning and happy Friday to you all. Thank you for joining us on the morning news. This is Prime Flash coming to you live from My Media Prime Television, and the news begins for us to inform you that the ruling Cameroon People's Democratic Movement, the CPDM, has won 70 senatorial seats following results declared yesterday by the Constitutional Council. We are also told that the council has lauded the efforts that have been put in place in seeing that the elections were transparent and also fair enough, according to the body, which has helped in improving Cameroon's democratic system. We'll be coming to that report in our subsequent newscasts as well. Yesterday too, Muslim faithfuls all over the world began their fasting program in the month of the Ramadan. This was yesterday, Wednesday, March 23rd, 2023. As we get more details with Julian Dambi, who visited a few mosques here in Douala and talked with some Muslim faithfuls.
Muslims in Cameroon, Africa and the rest of the world have commenced their 30-day fasting in the month of Ramadan today, Thursday, March 23, 2023. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar and is considered one of the most sacred months in Islam. The objective of fasting is to respect divine injunction. So to speak is Allah, the Creator and Supreme Being, who has obliged us to fast. I am talking about adults. We are fasting with the hope to obtain His favor. It is said that the angel Gabriel appeared to Prophet Muhammad and revealed to him the Quran, the Islamic holy book, and that revelation, Layat al-Qadr, or the Night of Power, is believed to have occurred during Ramadan. At the level of the Bonamusadi Central Mosque, where we are observing 5 prayers a day. First is at 5 a.m., second at 1 p.m., third at 4 p.m., and the one but last prayer we do before 6 p.m. that we break fast. And the last prayer, Shai, is done at 9:50. Normally, it is supposed to be at 8:50, but it was moved to 9:50 because it is the month of Ramadan. In this time of fasting, Muslims all over the world abstain from eating, drinking, and other physical needs during daylight hours so as to attain taqwa, which means Allah's consciousness or fear of Allah.
Thank you, Julian Dambi. And now on a sad note, the death toll of victims who sustained injuries from an accident which occurred at Mabunji, a locality in the southwest region along the Boyakumba Highway road, has risen to 2 after a 30-seater bus lost control and found itself in a valley. While many are still receiving medical attention in hospitals, Bukengo Wadi comes up updating us at the stakes at hand.
The cry of one who lost a mother yesterday due to the accident that occurred at Mabunji along the Moyoka and Kumba stretch of road.
Where my son? Yes. Yeah, nobody, don't take off. Don't take off. Calm down, calm down. It's fine. You don't go down. Don't down. I put him down in the Kumba. Live. You put now in Kumba. Yes. Mabunji. Motor don't fall. Coaster don't fall inside hole. Well, how will do all this money? These are the victims in the valley.
According to report, a 30-seater bus overturned while getting to Kumba around Mabunji and fell in the valley. The victims, being persons of all ages, including nursing mothers and babies, were rushed to Kumba General Hospital for treatment and checkup, while some died upon arrival.
One man is on the inside. These are the victims.
Worthy of note is the fact that accidents since the start of this year has been on the rise, especially along the Yaoundé-Douala Road, Limbe-Mutengene Road, Bambri-Bambalang Road, and now the Moyoka and Kumba Road, most of which is borne by poor roads, poor driving, and over speeding.
A sad story there. And now on a similar note, this time around in water, some 3 Cameroonians are amongst several others who have died as a result of a boat that sank on the coast of the southwestern region of Turkey. Meantime, the Cameroonian ambassador to Turkey has called on the Cameroonian population living in Turkey to enable the search procedure of the victims by providing more information so that the identification of the victims could be facilitated. As we get details right now with Catherine Ekongwe, who is our reporter on the beat.
3 Cameroonians, including 2 women and a man, have lost their lives in Turkey following the sinking of a boat off the southwestern coast of the country on the night of March 13, 2023. In a release signed by Cameroon's ambassador in Turkey, Victor Chachuwo, members of the Cameroonian community in Turkey and the families concerned are called upon to quickly provide any information, identity, documents, or photograph that may facilitate the ongoing search. Meantime, the remains of the 3 Cameroonians have been taken to the Ishmael morgue, while the embassy continues its efforts to facilitate the identification of victims and provide support to families affected by this tragedy. This incident comes shortly after 2 Cameroonian nationals among 38 other migrants lost their lives in an accident in Panama, a South American country sharing borders with Brazil, while struggling to cross to America.
Welcome back. We pray that the souls of the faithful departed rest in peace. Now, in more obituary-oriented news, let's talk about the death of Professor Moye Godwin Bongyu, who is no more. He was the Vice Dean in charge of research and cooperation at the Faculty of Law and Political Science at the University of Bamenda. In the report coming up next, Eileen Sama will now tell us more about the following academician as we get the details right ahead.
The University of Bamenda is in mourning following the passing of one of its finest lecturer and vice dean in charge of research and cooperation in the Faculty of Law and Political Science, Professor Moye Godwin Bongyu. The university professor and lecturer was a senior lecturer of public law and political science. The vice dean in charge of research and cooperation in the Faculty of Law and Political Science at UBA was author of several books used in the university milieu, notably Law in Cameroon, a French Tradition, and African Public Administration, the Effective Management of Personnel. In his highly original book, African Public Administration, the Effective Management of Personnel, the Cameroonian legal scholar explores the intersection of public administration and the state, colonization and administrative systems, public and private laws, rule of law, and cooperative administrative law. Professor Moye Godwin obtained his doctorate in political science from the University of Yaoundé in Cameroon and a PhD in policy analysis from Jackson State University, United States of America. He also served at the University of Nchang in Cameroon's West Region as a senior lecturer of public law and political science. Professor Moye Godwin, who hails from So, Bui Division of Cameroon's Northwest Region, died on Wednesday, March 22, 2023, following a brief illness. He leaves behind his family, students, the academic family, and friends to mourn him. He also leaves behind a rich academic legacy for future generations.
Indeed, such a great loss. Thank you, Eileen Sama. Now, away from that, let's talk something else, where the ruling Cameroon People's Democratic Movement, the CPDM, has won 70 senatorial seats following results declared yesterday by the Constitutional Council in Cameroon. The council has lauded the role played by all stakeholders in ensuring a free and fair elections, while also appreciating the fact that these elections have come to showcase the level of democracy in Cameroon. Well, Elvis has the details of this report coming up.
Cameroon's Constitutional Council proclaimed the results of the March 12 senatorial elections in accordance with the law. The CPDM won all the 70 seats. Before announcing the results, the president of the Constitutional Council, Clemana Tangana, recalled that the law gives the possibility for a councillor to designate someone to vote on their behalf. However, at least 210 councillors failed to use this legal backing.
Pourtant, les alinéas 2 et 3 de cet article disposent ce qui suit. Article 27.
According to Article 27.2, members of the Electoral College who are unable to vote can designate others to vote on their behalf. No member is allowed to give a mandate for anyone to vote for him or her more than once.
À un autre membre. Aucun membre du collège électoral ne peut être porteur de plus d'une procuration.
The Constitutional Council has appreciated the conduct of the election as well as the role of stakeholders.
Aucune violation de la loi n'a été relevée à l'encontre ni de l'organisateur de l'élection ni de l'administration.
No violation of the law was noticed either from the organizers, the administration, ELECAM, or political parties who took part in the election. I use this opportunity to thank the Electoral Board, the administrative authorities, the National Vote Counting Commission, political parties involved, lawyers, and all support staff for their contribution.
De recensement général des votes, aux partis politiques qui ont pris part au scrutin, aux avocats, huissiers de justice et autres personnels d'appui.
All eyes are now focused on President Paul Biya to appoint 30 other senators as stipulated by Cameroon's constitution and electoral code. The opposition can only have a single senator if President Paul Biya uses his magnanimity to give a sense of balance to the upper house.
And you're watching the 9:30 a.m. Prime Flash coming to you live from My Media Prime Television. Now, in a world where disaster and natural occurrences are taking the order of the day, plans are underway to set up an alert system to fight the occurrence of natural disasters in the far north region of Cameroon. This is the outcome of a restitution workshop between civil society actors and the Red Cross organization. As we get details with Fon Quinta, who says the event took place in Marua recently.
The far north region of Cameroon has been drenched by heavy rains, which has resulted to floods and mass destruction of property. To curb the situation in that part of the country, which has worsened over time, some civil society organizations, plus the Cameroon Red Cross, came together in the town of Marua to brainstorm on possible ways to reduce risk linked to these disasters. The head of the Cameroon Red Cross, Aminu Samaya, expatiates on the objective of the workshop.
L'objectif de cet atelier, c'est de partager.
The objective of this workshop is to share early warning system evaluation analysis results, which was under study since March 2022 at the national level. Today, we have gone down to the far north region to share with actors in the field, so various communities will benefit from this early warning system.
Les communautés puissent en bénéficier du système d'alerte précoce.
The head of the Cameroon Red Cross further explained what the early warning system is all about and those to benefit from it.
Les populations vont en bénéficier parce que le système d'alerte précoce c'est quoi?
The population will benefit from it because the early warning system is a set of abilities, projections, put together in order to prepare a structure, a community, and an individual to be able to reduce the risk attached to disasters.
Et chercher à réduire les risques liés aux catastrophes.
At the end of the workshop, attended by administrative authorities, non-governmental organizations, just to name but these, participants were encouraged to go back to their various communities and merge words to actions.
And in more news, Donga Mantung, a division in the Northwest region, has been hailed by Northwest Governor Awudu Brandon for being the most patriotic amongst others. This appraisal comes in as the governor, alongside Entourage, paid a visit to the regional headquarters of the divisional headquarters of the division, where we get the following report, as Charles Kiwa also accompanied the caravan and now brings in the report.
The governor of the Northwest region, Awudu Brandon, who is in the divisional headquarters of Ngonde for a working visit, visited many projects. The Ngonde Multipurpose Hall and water supply projects carried out by Ngonde Council under the presidential plan for reconstruction.
Then we pump by solar and distribute by gravity. So first, by having this water system, we're able to meet up with the water needs, to reduce the cholera impact, to reduce other diseases that are linked to water. That means generally one waterborne disease. Don't forget that this also came within the COVID context. So I want to say that, as they say, water is life. You can see that through the PPR, we have been able to bring life to this community.
Governor Awudu Brandon, who visited government practicing nursery school in Ngonde to appreciate their efforts to pursue mainstream education, handed a flag to them as a sign of their attachment to unity and peace.
The school children in Domanto are sending a strong message to their peers in the Northwest region, all of other divisions, that they are going to school, dressed in their uniform, plan to become good citizens of this country tomorrow, and take the lead.
Other infrastructures the governor visited was the Ngonde Regional Hospital Annex, realized with
to the government their expectation for those projects that are going soon to be realized here, to allow government to really enjoy the upgrading to a regional hospital.
Governor Awudu Brandon encouraged the people of Donga and Mantung division to continue to remain law-abiding, invite other divisions in the region to emulate the example of Donga and Mantung division, which he described as outstanding in the area of patriotism.
And that report draws the curtains for today's edition of Prime Flash. Dear viewers, thank you very much for according us your time. This newscast has been produced by Elvis, Modika, and I've been Dolly, Ngonde for presentation. General coordination came from Faitota and supervision from Kim Lunet. At exactly 10 a.m., the brief is coming up with Lasha Kingsley, where the major headlines of the newspapers in the country will be analyzed for your viewership. These and many more stories will be updated during our 6:30 p.m. primetime newscast. Do well to tune in as we give you the best of programs as you stay with us. But for now, let me say happy weekend to you all. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to a new world of TV broadcasting. My Media Prime. News, discovery, culture.